movie reviews.
All right, so this week I watched the official submission of Mexico for Best International Film at the 2020 Oscars. It is a film on Netflix called I'm No Longer Here. Now, I do have to preface that there have been so many movies with such a similar title. I'm not here, I'm not there, I was never really here, you were never really there, you can count on me, your friends and neighbors, I don't know, it all kind of morphs into one at some point. So I actually like the Spanish title a little bit more, YaNoEstoyAquí, and I will henceforth be referring to it as that. I will try at least. Anyway, this is the film from Fernando Frias. I've never seen any of his films before, but this is a film that is set in Monterrey, Mexico, about a young teenager by the name of Ulises, and Ulises is very fond of a dance style called cumbia, I believe is the name of it, which is sort of like a youth subculture in Mexico with this very distinctive music. It's called cumbia rebajada, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. I'm not a native Spanish speaker. Anyway, he sort of lives on the outskirts a little bit, and there's definitely some gang components to it. But really, all this guy wants to do is just stand on a street corner and dance with his friends, and he wears kind of baggy clothing. And then through a series of sort of mishaps and misunderstandings with a rival gang, he has to fend for his life and flee from Monterrey and go to the United States, particularly, I believe it's Brooklyn that he goes to, where he kind of seeks refuge and meets some people there. The movie's told in a non-linear chronology, so it sometimes jumps back and forth between the Monterey scenes and the New York City scenes, and I do have to be honest that it was a little bit confusing trying to figure out what was in the present and what was a flashback. I almost feel like I want to revisit the movie and look, knowing what happens in the movie. I think that the chronology would make maybe a little bit more sense. So it is jumbled. I think it maybe is trying to owe to Iñárritu or something like that. There's a little bit of a hyperlink thing going on. But this is a really enjoyable movie. It's definitely about a kid who, feels very disenchanted by the world around him and seeks refuge in this dance style. And I think the best part of the movie is for me was the scenes in New York City in the present when he strikes up this relationship. He doesn't speak any English, and he strikes up this relationship with this 16-year-old Chinese-American girl named Ling, who doesn't speak any Spanish. And so their friendship, which almost sometimes borders on romance, but really stays pretty friendly, is kind of looking at a dictionary, trying to use body language to signify what they're trying to communicate. It's really actually kind of a sweet relationship that develops. This is a solid 3-star movie that might go up a little bit higher. Like I said, if I were to rewatch it and make a little bit more sense of some of the plot features. Really likable cast, some great music, and actually if you watch the whole movie, at the very end of it, there is a really cool music video that has all the actors from the movie that perform in it. So I feel like it's sort of a crowd-pleasing movie that American audiences might get into because there are so many scenes set in New York City and may have a good shot of winning Best International Film in what seems to be a fairly open category this year.
All right. And you said that's on Netflix?
Yes. YaNoEstoyAquí or I'm No Longer Here.
By the way, as soon as you said you were no longer going to refer to it by its English title, I was like, he's just never going to say the title again. And you didn't.
That is my cultural ignorance, but I apologize. But don't you feel like most foreign movies, we should just, it's so, how American is it just always refer to them by the English translation? Like, let's be cosmopolitan for once and respectful. So.